We live.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Oh Baby a Triple, the TV show turned radio show turned podcast turned live stream. I'm your host, Corey McCrae, and I love reggae in movies. I'm joined by my other hosts.
My name is Harry, and I like apple butter.
Apple butter's pretty
Yeah,
good.
I had apple butter on toast this morning for breakfast. It was really good.
Like salty?
No,
It's just like sweet, apple-y, buttery.
it's just like apple-y. Yeah, it's like jelly, but not jelly. It's not like the texture jelly. It's like apple. I don't know. It's good. I like it.
I love apple butter.
I would agree. I've had apple butter before. It was a while ago, though.
It's good stuff.
Very good.
And I'm Ryan, and I'm gonna hold my pee this entire podcast episode.
Damn, did you
Hell yeah.
did you not go right before and it's
Nope. I was too busy making my list, so I didn't pee.
What's the pee level at right now?
I mean, I can definitely hold off. I'll be okay. But just know that the entire recording.
Let you know. The entire time we're recording, you have to pee, and I'll be mad.
Yep.
I wish we could have like a little pee meter on the side of the screen.
Oh, yeah.
Like...
Where I can level out where my pee level is at, where how bad I gotta pee.
It's a little yellow bar, and it's at the.
I'd say on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm sitting at a rock solid 5-ish.
Okay, that's not super bad.
I can hold it, but I do
You can
recognize
feel the rumbling.
I have to pee. Yeah, I can feel the pee rumble.
It's a 1 on the Richter scale right now, but
So it's like it's like when your video game controller is kind of shaking and vibrating, but it's very small. You're like, oh, something's happening.
It's like when you think your phone's in your pocket and you think you felt it vibrate, but really your phone's in your pocket.
Oh, dude, the phantom vibrations are wild.
Yeah.
That's a weird thing that occurs.
So Ryan, why don't you tell us today's topic?
We're gonna talk about our favorite guilty pleasure films. And if you don't know what a guilty pleasure is, basically it's like, hey, if you think that movie was bad, but you ended up watching it and falling in love with it, there's nothing wrong with that. We appreciate that you still enjoyed something even though everybody else doesn't like this.
Bad movies can be good movies.
Bad movies can be good movies. I've seen plenty of bad films that I've genuinely enjoyed, and I went, wow, why does this have a bad rating? I kind of like that. And what inspired me was on my birthday this past weekend, I was watching Sylvester Stallone's Judge Dredd. That movie's got a balls ass rating on everything, and I decided to watch it, and I actually ended up falling in love with it. So I really, really liked it, and that's what kind of inspired me, because I was like, man, these movies get bad raps, and I enjoy them. So, and I'm sure everybody's always experienced something where it's the critical rating or audience rating is not so great, but you ended up just really taking something away from it and really enjoying something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, and I feel like we gotta recommend some. We gotta recommend some of our favorite guilty pleasures.
So how do we want to do this? We want to go around in turns, we each do one and go around
Yeah. That's how I thought of it. Was we just go one at a time.
Sounds good.
Okay. And we should have 5, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
5 movies each.
Very good. Cool. I'll start, I guess.
Go for it.
And then Ryan, I think your mic's doing a little fuzzy.
Yeah, I'm getting some static from you.
So while he's doing that, I'll go. So the first on my list of guilty pleasure movies is, well, and this is in no particular order, but the first on my list is the Disney Channel movie Now You See It.
Oh man. Wait,
Go ahead.
is it the magician movie with like?
That is the magic movie, yeah.
But with
Is
but
it-
was that with like Jesse Eisenberg?
Yep. Or it could have been actually. Now that I think about it.
Now You See Me was a.
Because that was like a major. That's not a Disney Channel movie.
Yeah.
No, it's the.
So it
old
must be a
Disney
different
movie.
one.
I might have misnamed it.
No, you know what? I think the one with Jesse Eisenberg is Now You See Me, not Now You See It.
Yeah, because I think Now You
Oh.
See It. Now You See It is the Disney Channel movie from 2005,
Oh my
and I think
god.
I said Now You See It. Now You See It with an ellipsis with two periods.
I totally forgot about this movie, but I totally know it.
When this movie came out in 2005, I was 10 years old. I was fucking obsessed with magic, and I was like, I need to buy like the Scholastic like magic kit where they like weekly send you like a new magic trick. And this movie was like prime in my like. This movie came out right when I was about it, and it was just. I mean, I gushed the whole movie, and they were doing the thing too where they were like had a film guy who's like filming all this shit.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, in this frame there's no pigeons coming out of the truck, but in this next frame there's pigeons coming out of the truck. It's real magic, and I know now absolutely this movie is very shitty, but I refuse to watch it again. I want it to live in my brain as that great, fantastic movie I watched when I was 10.
I guarantee, Corey, you're gonna go back and you're gonna be so nostalgic for it. I think you're gonna fall in love with it again. Like,
Maybe.
trust me.
Maybe I'll give it a go again. I just haven't wanted to see it a second time.
It's got Frank Langella in it, so I mean, and he's a good actor. I mean, he was the judge in Trial of Chicago 7. So hey, I mean, you know, and he was
it's
great.
got
in
Alan
it.
McKayla.
Yeah, like. Good.
McCulka.
They got some like the funny thing is I remember the main lead and like how dumb his hair was. That's literally all I couldn't stop looking at was like his fucking like mid 2000s hair. It's kind of hilarious.
Oh, this movie also had the scene where he's got the deck. He's like, "Where's?" And he was like cool at the time. He does like duck face a lot.
Oh yeah,
he's like. He throws the cards at like the window of a bus, and it's like, whoa, it's stuck to the window, and everyone's like touching the window, but it's like not what, and he reaches out around the outside of the bus, and grabs the card off the outside. It's like, this your card? It's like, ah!
Yeah.
The whole trailer. I remember that specifically from the trailer.
Man.
And they, you know what? It was perfect for me too because they painted it like it's a superpower he's like realizing he has.
Yeah, that sounds like a fucking Disney Channel movie from the Aughties. Suddenly a
like,
kid realizes he has like leprechaun heritage and he has like these like magic leprechaun powers or somewhat, you know, those kind of movies.
Yeah.
And that was like, again, right up my alley with the shit I was like into, being like, you know, the chosen one kind of stuff, or like he's a regular kid but like all of a sudden like take the book series Pendragon or like the Animorphs book series I was super into at the time.
All comes back around.
Yeah, just like, you've got superpowers now and they're magic, and he becomes a magician.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, that's my guilty pleasure.
I like
That's
it.
a good pick.
That's a good way to kick it all off.
I actually am really glad that you reminded me of this movie, because I was talking about decom movies last night with Kayla for a bit, and we were both like gushing over like different movies, and I think her and I like kind of was like, she was like, wasn't there a magic one? I was like, I don't know, probably. I feel like all of them had like some magic in it, like, cause all I could think about was like the mermaid movie, like the kids his mom's like a mermaid and like he's turning into a mermaid, and then there's like the one, like the leprechaun one, you know, the kid's turning into a leprechaun, he's gotta win in a game of basketball. Like, these movies, the decom movies are great. Like, those are like absolute 100% perfect guilty pleasure picks for sure.
Me and my roommate were just watching was it something $1 million
Eddie's $1 Million Cook-Off.
Eddie's $1 Million Cook-Off. He's like, I want to play baseball. And then all of a sudden he's like, wait, no, do I like cooking? Dad, I like cooking. And he's like, no, you like baseball. And he's like, I don't, maybe I don't like cooking anymore.
It's beautiful.
I used to love that movie because I loved cooking, and then I was like obsessed over the Food Network, and when Bobby Flay was on it, I was like, oh my god, Bobby Flay, he's on the Food Network.
Well,
So I got really excited.
Eddie's $1 Million Cook-Off is like a very realistic ending to it. He like Eddie like hops out of his baseball game like halfway through the game, and his dad's like finally accepted it that he wants to cook. He's like, "Go do it, Eddie, do it. Yeah, we got the rest of the game for it." And he goes to be on this national televised like cook-off, and he cooks and he's doing his thing, and he fucking loses because he hasn't been practicing and he just likes cooking. And the girl who has been practicing, who is like a bitch the whole movie, but was like putting effort in the whole movie, wins. And it's like,
wow,
that makes sense.
That's pretty subversive for a fucking Disney Channel movie.
It's directed by Ryan Johnson of Last Jedi. He was subverting expectations.
Yeah. But anyway, not to derail, and that was my first guilty pleasures. Now you see it. ...
Nah, that was great, and I think that was a good movie. So check it out on Disney Plus if you want to watch it. It's on there.
Which order are we going in?
I think Carrie should go next. I think we should go by like how we introduced each other.
Okay.
So
go
that way.
So the first one on my list, which I just told you guys a moment ago, is the 2007 movie Fantastic Four: Rise of the Silver Surfer. Because like, I know it's not good. I know it's not. I know those movies aren't good. I love superhero movies. Like, I love superheroes. I love superhero comics. And so the movies are always really special to me. Even the really, really bad ones. I saw this movie when it came out when I was a little kid. And I didn't see it for like fucking 10 years. And I watched it like senior year of college. And I cried watching it. So I was that was the first one that came to mind when I was just coming up with my list. I was like, this has to be on there because like it's a bad movie, and I fucking cried when like the Thing came out and did his thing, and like in his like stupid fucking foam suit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very clearly just a.
That's my number. That's not my number one. That's the first one on my list. We're not doing them in an order because I don't have time for that. But yeah, I fucking love that movie. Even like all the shit.
I like how on the poster and the DVD, it's like after the first movie, you can really tell who the crowd favorite characters are. Because like Invisible Woman's right in the front.
Yep.
And like Chris Evans is right here, and then like the leader of the Fantastic Four is like way off to the side.
Mr. Fantastic is all the way in the back.
Like the big mainstay of the movie. Now
I like when they made him chilly, and they were like, "We're gonna break you because rubber breaks when it's cold."
Oh my god! I haven't seen Rise of the Silver Surfer, but I have it on my watch list. I've been wanting
You haven't
to watch
seen it? Dude.
No, I've only seen the original first Fantastic Four movie. I wanted to see when it came out in theaters, but I wasn't able to because my cousins wanted to go watch it with me, but they told us no, we have other plans.
Ryan, you have to watch.
Really upset.
You have to watch Rise of the Silver Surfer you have to watch it out of respect for Doug Jones, because Dougie Boy playing Silver Surfer, I love him.
Yeah, I love Doug Jones. I didn't even know he played a Silver Surfer. Is he even like credited? Oh yeah, he is.
Yeah,
he is. But it's funny because he's completely CG.
But Lawrence Fishburne is the voice of Silver Surfer.
Yeah, that's
fucking. Excuse me.
That's like every movie that Doug Jones is in. He's just the body. He doesn't play the voice of the character.
Oh, that's so sad.
Well, that's like what he does. He has like a long dangly arms and stuff. He plays Abe Sapien in Hellboy. He plays like all the monsters in Hellboy.
Yeah. Isn't he the fish?
But he doesn't voice any of them.
Shape of Water, right?
I never knew that.
He is.
I thought he did voice Abe Sapien.
Nope, he doesn't voice like any of his characters.
That's wild.
I thought that he was the voice of Abe. Wow. So we've never heard Doug's voice before. That's interesting.
Yeah, I guess. I just know like he's like a body actor, I guess. I don't know if there's like a word for it.
Yeah, I guess. He's a physical actor.
Yeah. He doesn't voice any of the characters. He just, which is weird. Like, you know, like why not? Does he have a weird voice? Like, what is What's the hang up?
He doesn't actually have a strange voice. It's like
He just has like a normal voice, right?
maybe
Maybe
he
he
says
just
his occupation is a mime artist.
mime artist. There you go.
Hmm.
But yeah, pretty
Actor,
cool.
contortionist, mime artist. He's also a contortionist. What?
I believe it.
What a guy.
What
What
a
a
cool
guy.
dude. I like Abe. Abe Sapien. That's what his name is from now on. He's just Abe Sapien. It's not Doug Jones anymore.
Yeah, Abe Sapien, but the voice of Abe Sapien was David Hyde Pierce.
It's pretty cool stuff. I don't know any other like major mime actors or whatever.
Yeah.
He's the only one that comes to mind that like specifically does that. Like he's the most iconic one of those that I know of.
I could name drop my theater history teacher.
There's Corey's theater history teacher.
I actually won't name drop him because I'm afraid I'm gonna say shit about him.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Didn't need class. I fucking didn't need that class. Anyway.
But yeah,
Okay.
that's my first pick.
I think that's another good one. Silver Surfer is a good movie.
Oh yeah.
In my
Yeah. I'm excited to watch it. I really can't wait to watch
we
Silver
should do
Surfer.
we should do a movie night.
I would love that actually. I've been genuinely wanting to watch it. Like I think I'm gonna like it to some degree. I think I'm gonna go in having a really fun time.
I
So.
think it's on Disney Plus now too.
Oh yeah, that's right.
They
Yeah,
put
'cause
all of
Fox-
the like legacy movies on there.
Yeah, because I actually wanted to rewatch the first Fantastic Four movie because I haven't seen that since it came out in like theaters or since it came out on like VHS, like, and I rented it on VHS back in the day, and DVD. So I would really like to rewatch those movies actually.
It's real good.
So my first guilty pleasure movie that I'm putting on my list is one from my childhood that I have recently rewatched and I still think is a genuinely great movie. But then I go online and I see like everyone gives it like low ratings, and even the director himself has gone on record saying that he hates this movie and like disregards it and doesn't like it. And that movie is Hook, starring Robin Williams.
You kidding me?
Steven Spielberg hates this movie. He absolutely says that he genuinely wants to distance himself from this thing. And it's so sad because I love this movie. Like Robin Williams fucking kills it. I love like the obvious like soundstage set around for, like,
It's so good. I love that.
it's fun. Like I like that though. That's what kind of gives it that charm and aesthetic to it. One of my favorite scenes I remember was when Robin Williams passed away. They did a double feature at the drive-in. It was Hook and Jumanji. So I went with my friends to go because that's like two of our favorite movies was Jumanji and Hook.
Right.
The part that made I think both of us start wailing in tears was there's a scene where the fat kid rolls up into a ball and then it cuts to a paper mache ball with like hands and the kid costume and they push it down and it rolls and it's clearly not the kid, but it's so funny that we like and he bowls over a bunch of pirates and we started laughing so hard but we were like I love this movie so much.
I love
It's
that.
such a good time.
Damn. That movie is what like started Dante Bosco's career.
Yeah, Rufio, man. I mean, Rufio is a classic character. You've got like one of my favorite scenes is actually like when he like remembers how to fly and then he flies for the first time. Like I genuinely think that's an actually really good scene. And like I like pretty much all of the movie. I like the part though where Jack hits the like ball out of the park when he's playing baseball with the Pirates.
Yeah.
And then you hear Hook go, "That's my boy, Jack," and then literally Robin Williams turns into the camera and goes, "My Jack." It's so good. You can't make that shit up.
One of the things I used to when I watched that movie, and I remember specifically as a kid fixating on the fact that Dustin Hoffman was able to like twitch his mustache, the king of the clock.
Yeah,
And I was like, I would sit as a kid, be like, could I even do that? Like, and try to get like any like my lip to twitch in time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, wow, I can't.
I mean, you've got such a good cast too. Like, you've got Dustin Hoffman as Hook, who fucking nails it in that movie. Like, he is putting his all in it, and I love it. And then you've also got Shmi, who's played by Bob Hoskins, and he's just as good and playing just as well off of Dustin Hoffman's character. and I love him to death. You know, you got Robin Williams, Dante Bosco, the kid from Dick Tracy. He plays as Jack. I don't remember his name, but I
Charlie
just know he's from the
Worsmo.
movie Dick Tracy. You know, it's like it's got such a great cast, and it is, I think, a genuinely good movie. Like, there's so much I love about it. Like, the music by John Williams is probably one of John Williams' best scores. Everyone always like brings up Star Wars and Indiana Jones and Superman or whatever. I love his Hook soundtrack. Like, I literally can listen to that.
You got me. I mean, pun completely intended. You got me hooked on the Hook soundtrack.
Yes, because it's good.
Very good. What was there was a moment you were telling me about as your favorite. There's like a song at a specific timestamp.
Yes. During Remembering Childhood, that's when Peter is reminiscing back when he was like a baby and stuff. There's this really nice bit, I think at like 5 minutes deep on the song, where it turns into a really nice piano like melody, but it's like very warm and very like comforting feeling. And it's such a great musical cue. It's made me legitimately cry when I heard it.
It's a very sweet moment in the soundtrack.
And it's
like a very warm piano.
Yeah, it's during the scene when Peter comes back and he sees Wendy, and then he sees that she's grown up and like knows that she's not a kid anymore, but then he realizes, oh, but she has a daughter now. And then he like, you know, shows his love to Wendy's daughter and says that he will be there for her and protect her. And he decides to stay behind from Neverland to like be with her. And it's such a touching bit that it's such a good moment in the movie. And then with that music, I was like, oh, it like actually got to me. Like, I was like, this is good. Why do people hate this? Like, it's got like a low critical score and everything. Like, it's got like a 20-something%. And I'm like, what the fuck? This is like, I like this movie.
That's so
I really do. I don't get it. So no, Hook is like top tier, and it ends so well too. Like, it has a great ending. You know, I don't know. I think it's a perfect film. I personally have like nothing but love for this movie. It's just I like to cradle it in my arms.
People who rate this movie bad lost their marbles.
That's a good reference. I've lost my marbles. That's the good ending. That's why I like the ending.
This movie has the good ending.
This movie has the good ending.
He finds his marbles.
He finds his marbles. It's a great scene. I love that part where he finds his lost marbles.
Fucking Clue being the only movie I've ever heard of to feature like different endings.
Oh yeah. Clue's a wild fucking movie.
What's they're doing a movie right now where they're filming multiple endings so it doesn't get leaked. I don't know what it is.
I think I heard about this too. Did you was this posted in film time?
I don't know.
Because like, I think I heard about this too. About that there was a movie being made. Is it another Clue movie? Was it a Clue remake?
I don't know what it was. Like, I genuinely have no idea what it was. I just remember reading about it like a couple weeks ago.
I couldn't tell you. I can't think of any huge movies right now that they'd be doing that for.
Yeah.
The only thing I was thinking of, like, I thought I heard at one point Star Wars did something like that where they filmed a fake ending.
It's Scream 5. The new Scream movie.
Ooh.
They're filming multiple endings so that none of it gets leaked, so no one knows what the real ending is.
That's a great idea because the Scream movies have like the really, really like shock twist endings, and any of that gets out, it's like the whole movie falls apart.
Yeah.
That fucking just boggles my mind. Can you think about pitching that to the producers, being like, hey, $5 million of the budget is going to go to filming nothing. Like, it's going to go to filming things that aren't going to be in the movie purposely so that no one knows the ending. And I guess it makes sense if you're trying to like keep a movie like super clean, no one knows what's happening. But like, this just boggles my mind.
It's that's show business, baby.
Yeah. The actors will know at least one of those endings are the real ending, but they don't know which one it is, right?
Unless they splice in bits from each.
Could you imagine like a Frankenstein ending?
Yeah. But what if one of the actors decides to leak all three endings?
Then we're
because then one of them's the real one. So
I don't know.
You know, So
Yeah, but the
that
chances are lower.
The chances are lower, but
I like to think that they systematically scripted out 3 or 4 different endings so that they could specifically intercut in pieces for each ending, and it makes the cohesive single ending.
That's the only. It's like some fucking like riddle of the Sphinx or some shit. Like you have to solve the riddle to watch the movie.
oh no.
It's the movie comes with all of the endings. You get it on DVD, and then you have to edit it together yourself to get the real ending.
That's the hard part.
Build your own ending.
Build your own Scream.
Make your own Scream.
Make your own.
The second on my list of 5 guilty pleasure movies.
All right.
Is American Tail.
Is that the mouse?
That is the mouse. And mostly, I love this movie, but mostly I love fucking Fievel's solo. Where he's like, somewhere the world can see us through.
I put that song on like one of my Spotify let's go to the movie playlists where I just put film music on there, and whenever I hit it, I always skipped it because I couldn't take it every time. There you go. Beneath the pale blue light. I was like dying. I was like scream.
I just fucking the composer's like, this is such a nice line, and then like the kid can't sing it, and they're like, fucking. So,
I definitely think that they just used the voice actor. They just took the kid that was the voice actor and just made him sing. Even though they probably could have gotten a kid that could actually sing and maybe hit that note and just like
just do it like every other movie does.
Yeah, like
you know what it was? I know exactly what it was. Probably the director was like, "No, it's got to be real.
Like
I want it to be real."
Like, cause like Jonathan Taylor Thomas in Lion King does not sing at all. Especially with like I Can't Wait to Be King. Like that's a totally different kid. That's a whole nother kid that they brought in. So it's like it's very common that like that happens. But for some reason, American Tail was like, nah, just the kid can't sing, but fuck it, we're gonna keep it.
Yeah.
It just keeps it going.
He also sings for adult Simba too. Matthew Broderick doesn't actually sing in the movie at all.
Yeah, he doesn't, right?
I'm joking.
Wait, did Matthew Broderick not sing, or did he?
No, he did sing. I was saying that like the 8-year-old you said sang for baby Simba also sang for adult Simba.
Oh, okay.
So that's why it sounds so different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but American Tail, wasn't it a Don Bluth movie?
It was, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep.
Don Bluth movies are
Donnie
great.
B.
I love it.
They are, and all his movies are charming.
Mm-hmm.
Especially American Tail. I think it was a lot of fun, that movie. I think it definitely still holds up today, but I know it's just not Disney, and at the time, not Disney was not good.
It definitely didn't make as much money because I mean he used to work for Disney and then he left. So and then he went and did his own thing, and a lot of pretty much Spielberg and Lucas, George Lucas, are the reason why he like still had like something to go with. Because I think he did Land Before Time, and that got like huge. Like, well, not huge, but like it did okay, but it went up against Oliver and Company and lost at the box office. But people were like, man, Land Before Time was more of the Disney movie than the actual Disney movie that came out.
Yeah.
Which was kind of weird.
Because everyone remembers one of them and not the other one.
Yeah. But
did Disney make another 3D animation dinosaur movie?
Yeah, it was called
Dinosaur?
Yeah, was it just
Dinosaur? That should be on my fucking list.
Yeah, that's a movie my roommates and I we watch. We've watched a couple of times since we got in Disney Plus.
I
fucking loved the dinosaurs when I was a little kid. I had that movie. I had the PC, the computer game, where it was you could play like dinosaur chess, and it was like chess, but the pieces were all the dinosaurs from the movie. That was great. I had all the toys. I had like the little puppets. Those I fucking loved that movie as a kid.
My favorite part of Dinosaur is that the monkey just wants to fuck.
Oh yeah, he does.
That's the entire plot is, guys, I need to slam some pussy. That's it. It's so weird in a fucking kids film. He literally calls himself the Love Monkey at one point, and I was like,
I remember that.
he's like, get ready for the Love Monkey, and I was like,
I remember the baby dinosaur and being like kind of uncomfortable.
yeah. Sorry, it's not an American Tale, but you know.
It's not an American Tale. I should have put this on instead.
Yeah,
of
Dinosaur should have been on everyone's list.
Yeah, I'm surprised none of us did put it
But
on
a
there.
better dinosaur movie, also I think by Don Bluth, is We're Back.
I fucking love it. That's another one of the
my
movies that's I like every cartoon movie with like dinosaurs in it. I was obsessed with as a child. Like,
I loved Dinosaurs Were Back as a kid. I haven't seen it since as an adult, but like I kind of wanted to go back and rewatch it. Because, like, I love Don Bluth's animation in general. Like, his stuff looks so good. Like, no matter how old you go. Like, if you watch, like, Secret of Nim, like, that movie still looks incredible. Like, his animation, like, is very timeless and holds up.
Mm.
Like, I was also just recently playing Dragon's Lair again on my Switch. Because I have the Don Bluth Dragon's Lair trilogy, where it has, like, the 3 games.
Mm.
That animation is still incredible, and I'm like, God... This guy put in so much work, and I love like all of his efforts. And like an American Tail, I like grew up watching on like Cartoon Network all the time because they would do that like with the Cartoon Network films, whatever, cartoon or whatever. Yeah. And I used to absolutely fall in love with everything that they would show, because especially in American Tail, they used to play that like a lot. And then they also showed a lot of Fievel Goes West as well.
I forgot American Tail had a bunch. Had like
He had 3 movies, yeah, and American Tail 2, and then American Tail 5 Goes West.
We need him cuter. Let's make him a little cowboy.
Yeah. Oh my God, he had that little hat. He's got a little 10-gallon hat.
It's not. It's a thimble. It's like a 10-ounce hat. Mouse.
He's a mouse, but to the mouse, it's like a 10-gallon hat.
10-ounce hat.
It's a 10-ounce hat, though.
Yeah. That's my number 2.
That's a good pick. I like that movie.
All right. My number 2 is a 2006 film, Barnyard.
James?
Yeah.
It's such a good movie.
I genuinely, unironically, one of my, like, when I think of like saddest movie deaths,
Yeah.
the dad dying fighting the coyotes while singing fucking I Won't Back Down by Tom Petty.
Yeah, you can stand me.
It's genuinely like iconic cinema. That's like one of the all times for me is that fucking scene of him dying.
Actually, yeah.
while Otis the cow is out partying with his friends.
Yeah.
I fucking love that movie. I just I don't know, man.
I think the juxtaposing both scenes too is great when you have the fucking furball dancing to the Cotton Eye Joe.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh, but wait, what's happening over here?
Like his dad is dying alone in the dark. God, that was a great movie.
Did he have a guitar when he was singing that?
Yeah, I think he was. Yeah, he was playing the guitar, and then they attacked, and he was fighting them with the guitar.
Oh.
It was a great fucking film, dude. It's like, that was like a Nickelodeon movie, right? Like,
What? Yeah, that was the Nickelodeon movie.
That was
It
so
came out.
good.
Oh man, I think that was post Jimmy Neutron.
yeah, it would have
Oh,
been.
yeah, that was Constitution. I
Yeah,
think
I
you know what's
remember-
funny is I think that movie like equally wraps up very nice with the donkey singing the I can't remember what song, but the donkey just singing while the baby cow is being born,
Mm.
and then like equally the movie wraps up with a song and it's like super nice. I remember thinking like it's such a peaceful ending.
It's such a good movie, man. Like it.
Which is weird. Usually in a cartoon you have like a very explosive happy ending, but like this one was like very like no it's quiet, it's the middle of the night.
It's a very real film, you know. Like it's a humanist piece, is what it is.
Yeah. I haven't seen Barnyard, but I really wanted to.
Oh my god, dude.
When the trailers hit, and I was like, I want to see that so bad. It looks so good.
Yeah, we gotta do a Barnyard movie night.
I know. I missed out. I'm actually glad that you brought that up because I didn't even have it as like I wanted to see it on my letterbox, so now I have it.
I should
So
have
now you reminded me.
the Jimmy Neutron movie on my list.
I was thinking Jimmy Neutron.
Jimmy Neutron, I actually think is a legitimately good movie.
It's
like
a fun movie.
I will stand by that movie, especially the chicken dance scene where they make the parents do the chicken.
Fucking call me by your name. Anyways,
But yeah, that's my second pick.
That's a good choice. I'll definitely have to watch both. You know what's funny is, Harry, both of your films I've yet to see.
Damn, and they're classics.
They're like, yeah. You're like reminding me.
I've got a couple on my list that I'm pretty confident you've seen, so don't worry.
Okay.
yeah, I got.
All right.
The rest of these ones are cookies.
Oh yeah. I feel like I'm getting through my basic white boy ones through the first, and then I'm gonna go to kind of like the more. Oh my gosh. Okay.
The deep Ryan shit. That's what we're getting to.
Number 2 on my list is 2 movies, but they pretty much constitute as one in my brain, which is Batman Forever and Batman and Robin.
Yes. Yeah. Beautiful.
They're both directed by Joel Schumacher. They're pretty much the same movie in my head. Like Jim Carrey, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Alicia Silverstone.
You have to start the next one.
Yeah, pretty much. Like that's how it is. Like whenever I watch Batman Forever, I'm like, all right, Batman and Robin time. And I actually literally just rewatched Batman and Robin like literally 2 nights ago because I absolutely love Batman and Robin, unironically, and ironically at the same time. I don't know. I also really love Batman Forever. I know those movies like top to bottom, where I can like quote the shit out of those movies. Like, it's hard to not be able to quote those.
Alex just said in the chat, the Bat credit card. I fucking love that.
The Bat credit card is great.
Never leave the cave without it.
I like that it says Batman Forever in the corner. It's so great.
No, it's it's Batman, and then it says good through forever.
Yeah, good through Batman Forever. And it's really funny. Like that movie, I think it's genuinely funny, and it's also like just a genuinely fun time. Like I'm never having a good time watching that movie. I'm always having fun.
That movie has one of my all-time favorite film quotes, and it's "Rubber lips are immune to your charms."
Yeah. I love some of my favorite quote that I like doing from Batman Forever is Jim Carrey, where he's like doing like his most over-the-top Jim Carrey-isms, and it's like he does caffeine will kill ya, like stuff like that. And after he bonks the dude over the head with a fucking cup of coffee mug, it's so fucking ridiculous. Like goddamn, that movie is so good. Like you can't tell me that Batman Forever and Batman and Robin are not as equally as good, if not better, than the Tim Burton films. Because I'm sorry, like as much as everyone says that the Tim Burton movies are like awesome, and I love them, I think they're great movies, but like I go back to the Joel Schumacher movies 10 times more than I have ever done with the Tim Burton films.
Yeah.
Which are said to be the good ones. I'm like, sorry guys, I like real art.
sorry, Timmy. But
sorry,
Joel is the one I go to.
Joel is my go-to when it comes to Batman movies. Like, I think I've watched the Joel Schumacher Batman movies absolutely more times in my life than any other movie. Like, those are ones I grew up watching, and those are the ones I loved. I had the toys for them. Like, they were like, that is my Batman, is both George Clooney and Val Kilmer.
Hashtag not my Batman.
Hashtag Michael Keaton, hashtag not my Batman. Even though he is like one of my favorite Batmans. But yeah, no. Joel Schumacher. Also very gay iconography. Kind of wild. He uses a lot of like giant buffed shirtless dudes like shoes in Gotham City, and I'm like, ooh, hell yeah.
But Uma Thurman though, she was very also like,
I mean, yeah.
Showy and sexy.
She was very like open, like women sexual wiles, kind of like
yeah, she was playing Poison Ivy, so
yeah,
makes sense.
Poison Ivy, yeah. Yep. using pheromones to lure men in.
Yeah. Good thing they
With
had
their
rubber
voice
lips.
kiss.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and they were immune to her.
Poor Pat Hingle, Commissioner Gordon. He wanted a kissy from her, but she didn't even give him one because he's just a short, fat man.
It's very sad.
Yeah.
That's
I
it.
also love the scene. Oh, sorry, what?
I was just gonna say it's a really good pick though. Like.
Oh yeah, it's a great pick. I also love the scene where like Mr. Freeze is like making the like guys sing the Mr. Iceman
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Ice Miser song.
Mm.
Oh man, that part always fucking kills me. I'm always like, why? What
We
is
need to.
this?
We need to like bring back movies like that.
I know.
Like really cheesy superhero movies like that. I want that to make a comeback.
I'm
They
working on
don't
it.
mix
I'm
them
working on it.
Corey, do your thing.
Do my thing. Oh, I got. Don't worry.
It's got bad critical reception, but my god, I don't see it. I love it. Like the intro to Batman and Robin, in my opinion, is actually pretty good. I love it because they play ice hockey with the gem, and then there's like a rocket that goes out of the back of Mr. Freeze's like car.
They surf
And then
down
they
on the
go-
fucking door.
I actually like that part. That part was kind of cool as a kid. I love the part where he goes, "A bat bomb."
It's got poor
Rocket?
critical reception, but it's got reception where it counts, and that's Brian reception.
There you go.
I will stand by. I will stand by Batman Forever and Batman and Robin to the day I die. I want to be buried with the soundtracks under my hands, where it has like
The Batman and Robin
Music.
soundtrack right here, but the hook
Mhm.
soundtrack.
by my pee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep it
Where
safe.
mhm.
Very nice. Good second picks. All right, my third pick, which is it is what it is. Lion King 2, Simba's Pride.
All right.
Oh man! All right. Yeah, that's like an underappreciated movie.
I
for
love
sure.
Lion King. I actually abashedly, I guess, because it's on the guilty pleasure movies list. Enjoy Lion King 2. It's just I don't. Sometimes I like cheesy. Sometimes cheesy is what it is. And I realized I didn't know how much I like this movie until I was at my cousin's house once, and they were watching Lion King 2. And their mom was like, yeah, they watch Lion King 2 like every day. So like it's playing on in the background. And mom was like, Corey, we have to go. And I was like, oh, I'm going to miss Upendi. And I start like walking away. And my aunt's like, what's Upendi? I'm like, oh, it's like the song like halfway through the movie with like Kovu and Kiara and like, you know, their song together. And she's like, that's a different movie. I was like, no, it's Upendi. It's in Lion King 2. Like the bamboo, Rafiki sings about it. And she's like, no, like I've seen this. I watch this movie like every day, Corey. Like this isn't. It's not in this movie. I was like, are you sure? And she's like, yeah. I'm like, well, I have to go, so bye. I get a text from my aunt like 5 minutes later. She's like, what the fuck? I didn't realize this song was in the movie. Like completely out of the blue. Like Jesus Christ. So yeah, I realized in that moment I must watch a lot more Lion King 2 than I thought. And good movie in my opinion. Also, I mean, it's just silly and cute.
That movie will always be iconic in my heart for the fucking deception. That song, Deception, Disgrace. I fucking love that.
We became a bit for all of us.
Became an ongoing bit.
Deception. I mean, all the music in the movie is like obviously not like Hans Zimmer and not what's his name?
Yeah, that guy.
Big famous guy. He's gay.
You got this.
Singer.
You
Yeah,
got
I
it.
know.
Oh, Ryan's dead.
I think Ryan's been gone for a
Ryan, what
while.
happened?
Yeah, my internet just took a poopy. Sorry.
Well, at least you're back now.
So, yeah, I missed everything.
Oh, did you hear what my third pick was?
Yeah, it was Lion King too.
Okay,
Simba's
cool.
Pride.
Yeah.
I knew a song before my aunt, who watches it every day with her daughters, knew the song. I was like, oh yeah, Upendi. And she's like, no, this song is in the movie. And then I get a text from her after I leave. She's like, this song is in this movie? What the fuck? But, yeah, Deception, Disgrace. And then, He had a movie about him last year.
You got it, Corey. It's on the tip of your tongue. Come on.
I'm trying to remember the artist's
Come on,
name.
you know his name.
I should know it. Rocket Man.
Come on. Come on, Corey. Come on.
Glasses Man.
Come on, Corey.
I know.
It begins with an E.
I'm just gonna spit it out. I'm just gonna spit
Right,
Elton John.
give a there. Okay.
Yeah.
I wanted to hear a guess. I needed a poochie.
I wanted to give you a poochie. But Elton John. Okay, Elton John. So obviously not Hans Zimmer and Elton John music, but it's still cheesy and funny. And then I specifically remember, burned into my brain the moment I understood the joke where Kovu's like, "We could run away and make a pride all our own." And I was like 13. I was like, "Oh, that's what he means." Yeah, that's my third pick.
It's beautiful.
Lion King 2. Simba's Pride.
They should make Lion King 3.
Oh, there's a TV show. There's like a TV show with like the little
There's
red hair.
There's Lion King 2, Lion King 1.5. There was a Timon and Pumbaa show, and now there's the Lion Guard show.
A Lion Guard, yeah.
And the live action movie.
What is it? Timon and Pumbaa canonically have last names.
Yeah, they do, and they're like weird last names. I don't remember what they were, but they're like Timon, Timon and Pumbaa, and then they have like weird like Anglo last names, like Johnson or something. Like,
I have to look it up. I'm completely butchering how to Google. Yeah, Timon means respect. I don't want that. I want his full name. I want his full name. Give me his full name. Give me his full name. It's so funny. It's like... Okay. Timon. Of course, there's going to be 18 instances of... Like 111 instances of Timon on Timon's Wikipedia page. Hakuna Matata. Hakuna Matata. What a wonderful... Damn it.
Yeah, Pumbaa's last name is Smith. His name is Pumbaa Smith.
Berkowitz.
Timon Berkowitz and Pumbaa Smith.
Timon has a middle name, Timon Leslie Berkowitz.
It's beautiful.
Anyways, enough of that. Enough of that.
enough Lion King lore.
Lion King lore.
There's so much of it.
All right, my third one, which I know Corey's seen and I assume Ryan has seen, is the 2017 cinematic masterpiece, Death Note on Netflix. I fucking adore that movie. Corey knows exactly why I do because we watched it together. It's the scene that gets me, the one that ties the whole movie together for me, that like elevates it from just the movie to art, is when they're having sex and it pans over to the Death Note, and while they're having sex they reach over and they start stroking the Death Note and they're like, "We don't want to leave you out," and they're fucking like, they're just like sensually rubbing the Death Note while having sex. And that broke me. That was the scene that made the fucking movie for me. It's such a good... It gets a bad rap, and I get it. But holy fuck, that is a great movie, and everyone should watch it.
Also, the gore in that movie is great.
Yeah.
Like, it hit, you see the first death, and you're like, fuck, that's so much blood.
His whole head gets like shoved off in half.
Was it like a ladder?
Yeah, it was like a ladder.
It was one of those
like,
things where it was I can't remember what I've heard someone else call it, but like a horror movie with every character has flimsy body syndrome, where it's like something that shouldn't decapitate someone just very easily completely decapitates someone.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be yeah. 'Cause it was very much like Final Destination.
Yeah.
Death Note, like the Death Note worked like more like a Final Destination contraption than like than like just directly just killing the person in like a pretty simple manner.
Mm.
But I think that kind of made it way more fun and goofier, like for sure. Because like I unfortunately am one of the haters of the film, but I still think there's so many funny bits in that movie that are like genuinely like hysterical. Like that scene actually was really funny, and then there was also like the first time he sees Ryuk,
Mm.
fucking
And he fucking screams.
Yeah. Like that part always was really funny too. Like his scream was hysterical and really bad. The one that got me though more so was the big foot chase between L and like Light, because they're like running and just shoving random people. There's this one part where like this one guy's just eating his food. They just step on his food and then push him over while he's eating. Like it's so funny because they're just like, there's this one guy like mopping the floor, and then he's just like, oh, and he just like gets pushed over and like thrown all over the place violently by like the both of them. And it's like you could have just gone around him, but he's just like, they just decide to push and hit every single person that might be somewhat of an obstruction, even though they're not an obstruction. They could just keep running in that one direction, and they just cause so much damage. And I was howling that entire foot chase. Like for me, that was the scene of the movie that was like my favorite part, because that was like absolutely the funniest scene.
It was quite a movie.
I fucking love that movie so much.
Also, don't they like kill like Al Qaeda with the Death Note?
Probably.
I can't. There was a montage where there was a bunch of people dying, but I can't remember who exactly.
It's my favorite piece of Death Note media.
I unashamed love Willem Dafoe and everything he's ever been in.
He was honestly great as Ryuk. Like,
yeah, he was. That was a good casting choice decision, and like he's like just, actually did a good job.
Willem Dafoe seems just so cool.
Yeah, he's somebody I would like to meet. And I would
say
like
don't
to
meet your heroes, but I feel like Willem Dafoe would be fun to meet.
Yeah. Especially if he's anything like he was in The Lighthouse.
Yeah. I want him to yell, can you yell Hark for me?
You see, I'm sort of a scientist myself, Willem Dafoe. I too can watch the hentai.
Imagine like being like a celebrity like that, and just like someone meets you and they just like like they just do all like they just regurgitate all the fucking memes like about you. Like
I saw his big weenie. I saw his big penis.
He has a very big weenie.
He does. He has a massive penis, apparently.
Yeah, it was in Death Note.
It was.
Yeah.
There was a bit on Nymphomaniac where
no, it was that was Antichrist.
Was it Antichrist or was it Nymphomaniac where he was like actually having sex with someone or
that was Antichrist. But his dick was too big that they had to like replace his penis with another person's penis.
Hell yeah.
In the movie. Because there's a scene where there's slow-mo penetration, and like you watch like a dude fuck a person in the shower in slow motion, and like you see the penetration, but it's definitely Willem Dafoe's face there, but it's not his actual penis because his dick was too big.
He did a penis double.
So he had a penis double, because that was the biggest problem.
It's pretty badass.
Yeah. He could have been a porn star, but he just became a star.
Sometimes the world just deals it like it is.
But he made a good choice, though. But yeah, no, he was great as Ryu. I actually really like him in that movie. Like, he's definitely the best part of that movie, for sure.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Other than the sex scene.
Other than the sex and the foot chase scene. And everything about that movie.
See, this is you just admitting that you actually secretly like that movie.
I think I need a revisit. I must have been like too much of a purist on the Death Note that I didn't like. I needed to open up my doors, break down my walls, and I found out I actually truly can find love in all the wrong places.
You can find love in Death Note.
I can find love.
So yeah, that was my third choice.
That's a good one.
Number 3. Cross that off my list.
My third choice that I picked is the fourth movie of a series. I'm sure you guys have heard these movies before, but they're called the Alien movies.
Oh yeah.
And I picked Alien Resurrection as my next guilty pleasure choice. This movie is absolutely fucking bananas. It has Ron Perlman in it. It's directed by Joss Whedon, and it's also like one of the most batshit fucking insane movies I've ever sat through in my life, but I loved every goddamn second of it. There's a scientist that wants to oh no, it was written by Joss Whedon, not directed by him, sorry. It was directed by like a French director. And there's a scene where like a scientist wants to fuck the alien, so he like licks the glass and he's like, "Oh yeah, I wanna fuck this alien." And it's like, "Oh, okay." There's like human alien hybrids, which are kind of weird.
If it leaks, we can penetrate it.
Mm-hmm.
And
There's like
it's weird because like the alien itself is already like a human alien hybrid, so they went even further and made it like even more of a human alien hybrid, and it's like fucking weird.
Yeah, it's got like alien
It's
with
like
skin.
human skin. Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of gross. It's kind of the movie's absolutely bonkers. Like from top to bottom, it's got some of the craziest action. Oh, Winona Ryder's in it.
Yeah, she's like a robot that plays basketball.
Yeah. Oh no, that's Sigourney Weaver. She actually has like.
Don't they play basketball together at the beginning?
Yeah, they do. At the beginning of the film, they brought back Sigourney Weaver. Sigourney Weaver has like her DNA is mixed in together with the DNA of the alien, so she becomes like kind of like the superhuman, like super soldier kind of thing. So she has like heightened abilities. So there's a scene where like she throws a basketball behind her head and like makes the basket to show how heightened her skills are, because I guess aliens are really good at basketball. So it was awesome. I love this movie like to death. It's really funny.
Alex mentions in the chat the alien's death at the end of the movie and how fucking brutal it was.
Yeah,
where they like fucking it gets vacuumed out the window. Like
yeah, it's awesome though. I love it. It's like super gory but like really fun.
And it was like sentient when that happened too. Like the hybrid monster.
It was like super alive when it was getting sucked out through like the grate, and like it was feeling all the shit getting.
That was the one too where like Sigourney was right there, and she's like, "Oh my baby."
Yep.
It kind of reminds me of the death of like Jason X, where the one girl's like, "Oh man, this sucks," and then she gets sucked through the grate. It's so funny. Like that is such a great scene.
I wanted to put some of the Friday the 13th movies, but those are like a genuine love. I could never call those a guilty pleasure.
Yeah, absolutely. I genuinely love the Friday the 13th films, especially Jason X. That is a great film. Absolutely. If you want high peak cinema, watch Jason X and Alien Resurrection back to back. I think you would really find an appreciation for horror in space. And then after that, maybe if you're feeling up for a triple feature, Leprechaun in Space. Really highly recommend. That's the third Leprechaun film in the whole trilogy, but it's so worth it. Or is it the fourth? I don't remember. But yeah, Leprechaun in Space. If you want the trilogy of horror in space, that's it. Alien Resurrection, Jason X, Leprechaun in Space.
It's beautiful.
It's the Holy Trinity. the holy trifecta. It's the triforce of good. You know, it's the trifecta of it's the triforce of space horror. But yeah, that's my that is my pick. I love that movie. Watch it, please.
My fourth pick is Aragon.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
While currently I do despise the movie, I have to respect that when I was like 9 and it came out, I was like in love with this movie, and I watched it like over and over again. And like it did, like some part of Aragon the movie is still in me, that like charm. But when I rewatched it again in like 2017, I couldn't get through 10 minutes of the movie. We got it in like the Netflix DVD came, and like I opened it up, popped it in, like looked at the movie for like 10 minutes as I straight up popped it back out, put it back in, and immediately walked out to the mailbox with it.
It's one of those things where you have to preserve the memory. You can't let it be tainted.
Yeah.
Honestly, no. fun times remembering the movie. And
So what did you love about the movie, Corey?
Yeah.
Honestly, it's the concept. It was just the concept because I love he's a dragon rider. He rides dragons. He has a mental link with this dragon, and they're like best friends, and they have to like help defeat like evil. It's also like high fantasy that takes place back before like modern technology. Shit, I'm also very into. And then after the movie, I read the book. I was like, this is so much cooler. I get so much lore. And then I went back and watched the movie. I was like, fuck. And now I just have the memory. Yeah, mostly just the fact that it was magic and dragons.
I'm like, it just hit me that I realized like a bunch of your favorite stuff has guys riding dragons in them.
Mm-hmm.
It's like
Train Dragon,
Avatar, that movie, like,
and it's got the hero's journey.
It does have the hero's journey.
Aragon has the hero's journey.
It follows a very similar story to Luke Skywalker.
Yep. Oh yeah, well yeah, when the book came out, everyone was like, this is just a fucking Star Wars ripoff. But with like Lord of the Rings as the setting, and it's like, yeah, it kinda is. But I read the book.
A lot of things honestly have the same like structure as Star Wars. So
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Corey's tattoo has the same structure as Star Wars.
Yeah, right there.
It's like the Death Star.
This is the part where Luke gets in the garbage compactor, and then right after here is when he becomes an adult.
I thought that was the Death Star.
No. No, because when he's a little baby boy, he's a baby man, up until the point where he does the death and the resurrection, is the death and rebirth. And he gets pulled. There's debate about it, but my opinion is when he gets pulled under the water and you think he's dead for a little bit, it's like, is Luke dying? And he comes back up. He realizes like, I could die. This is more than just that. He becomes an adult. Man.
He becomes an adult.
Because
he goes from baby man to adult.
He realizes I'm a man now because he got baptized.
Got baptized by the garbage water.
Yeah.
And his priest being the arm in the middle of the trash compactor. His little eye.
Yeah, I remember when I first saw Aragon in theaters, and I was horribly disappointed because I read the books and I love the books so much. I was like a big fanboy of them, and I was like, "This isn't what happened in the book," and I got really mad.
Yeah,
I did one of those things.
In the books, he's like raises the baby dragon until it becomes huge. In the
then,
movie, they're like, go!
It's like a 5-second like flying sequence where it literally ages in the sky and comes back down. He's like, "Oh, you're fully grown." He's like, "Yes, I am."
It's like, there's like 3 entire chapters where he's like raising Saphira, and he's like in one chapter like, I don't know what to name her, and then he remembers that there's like the blue dragon from like a history story is like her name is Saphira. She's like the first dragon and rider. Saphira, and whoever, I think it's also Aragon, but either way, Saphira the first dragon who has a rider, and he's like, I'll name it that. But in the fucking movie, she's like comes back from the clouds and she's like, my name is Saphira, and I am your dragon, and it's like just fucking.
Yeah, it's like everything about it. I was like, man, this is just weak sauce version of what I pictured in my brain as the movie, and so. The book, my brain made a better movie than the actual movie.
My brain made a much better movie.
You guys gotta team up and make a real movie.
My brain took the movie. I have a small
dream.
You
and me, Corey.
I have a small dream to remake Christopher Paolini's movie Aragon into what it should be. At the same time, though, I follow him on Twitter, and he's like, I really don't think any other director is going to touch my series again. Which I very respect.
Mm-hmm. But also, I mean, hey, if we remake it and make it good, then that means maybe they can make the sequels because they never touched the sequels.
I honestly
they ended the first movie and was like, that was it.
I honestly think Aragon makes a better TV series than it would a movie.
Oh, okay.
Just because every time I see like a book condensed into a movie, unless you're Lord of the Rings, it's like terribly condensed and super sped up and like sucks. But I think it would make a great TV series if you were to like properly space out. Maybe like honestly, like the first book being maybe 5 episodes long, 5 1-hour episodes or 6 1-hour episodes, and then like the second book following the same kind of like season kind of thing.
Mm.
I think it would.
You heard it here first, folks. Corey's gonna make a TV show about Aragon. It's gonna
Christopher
be great.
Paolini, please don't contact me until I have made movies yet, because I'm not gonna make. That would be fucking awful if like the first movie is Aragon and it's like
worse.
I like don't know what I'm doing. Anyways,
yeah. So
I promise to make Aragon better if I ever tackle it.
So I have 3 more, and 2 of them are movies, and 1 of them's a TV show.
Ooh.
The TV show is something it was the second one I came up with, but I wasn't sure if I should count it because it's a TV show. Is Ryan frozen?
Ryan is frozen. It's okay. His internet may have died.
I just realized, I was like, why is he holding that pose? Like, I'll wait till Ryan gets back. Hopefully. Oh, he's gone. He's back.
He's back.
Can you hear us, Ryan? Uh-oh.
I see the little. Oh, went back to.
Oh, okay.
It's funny that his face is my face. His icon is my face, actually. So, maybe if I move, I think I should move over this way for the Twitch stream.
I'll peek up over here.
The other side of maybe a triple. So,
come on, Ryan.
I think while Ryan's gone, I can possibly just state my honorable mentions.
Yeah, let's hear the honorable mentions.
Swiss Army Man.
That's not a guilty pleasure.
I know it's not my guilty pleasure, but anytime I bring it up to anyone else who's seen the movie, they hate it.
Really?
Yeah. Both my grandparents saw it and they were like, "Yeah, it was dumb." And my parents and my mom specifically, she was like, "I hated that movie."
They just don't have the refined palate of a young person. I feel like you have to be young to appreciate that movie.
Honestly, yeah. It's like, it's such a good movie. The soundtrack specifically is amazing. And, Harry, I hope you appreciated my Scott Pilgrim joke I made when you made the woman on the bus.
Yeah, yeah, I got that.
I was very proud of that. Like, oh yeah, because the girl who plays Ramona is the same girl on the bus in Swiss Army Man. So, and then second honorable mention is I wanted to put another one in here, and like I thought the first Pokemon movie, it's a kids movie, and I know everyone loves it.
But that's a great movie.
It's a good movie. That's why I was like debating like this doesn't belong on the 5 guilty pleasures, so I'll just have it like honorable mention.
Is he back?
Baby,
Still
man.
loading.
Ryan, please. Everybody, prayer in the chat. We gotta pray for Ryan.
Nope. Okay, he's gone. Oh, he's back. Ryan.
Prayers for Ryan, everybody. Prayers for Ryan. We gotta bring all the chat together to get him to come back.
Come on, Ryan.
Come on. Prayers for Ryan. Oh, I completely didn't realize that's totally on brand with our season.
Yeah, right. Can't believe we haven't done a praying bit yet.
Yeah. Well,
Ryan, please.
Can you see me? We can't. Ryan's DMing me.
Uh-oh.
We're going to bring him back, guys. We're going to pull him back. We're going to pull through. It says I'm in.
We can't see or hear you.
You can hear us, though.
You can hear us?
So we can talk to him. Ryan, are you there? Ryan, I feel your presence.
Can you give me a sign?
Can you get... Oh, he's gone. He's back. I feel like Ryan's with us right now, everybody. Ryan is with us. He just can't speak to us. And that's okay. I'm feeling energy from beyond.
Ryan!
Ryan! Ryan! Ryan!
Ryan! It's not working.
Did it work? Prayers for Ryan.
God damn it.
It's car making me. Discord's making him update his Discord.
Oh boy. Like in the middle of a call.
It's okay. It's okay. Don't
Come
worry.
on, Discord.
We're so close to the end. It's fine.
Will he ever make it to the end?
Will we ever know? Right. Well, he can hear us, though, is what he said.
But we can't hear him.
I know, that's true. It's okay. Well, while we're having a little break, I'm gonna finish my little slim breakfast, which is some cottage cheese.
Cottage cheese.
I had some fruit earlier. It was very good. And no, I didn't eat this whole thing. Okay,
He ate the whole thing.
It was like this much left. Yummy, yummy cottage cheese. Very healthy. Good for you.
It's good for cottages.
Yeah. It's cheese for the cottage.
Or is it a cottage for the cheese?
Maybe it's a cottage for the cheese. I wonder if I can call Ryan on my cell phone.
Yeah, put him on speaker.
Hello, can you hear me?
Oh, we can hear you! We can hear you!
Oh my god. Oh, it says I'm at full video connected to everything. Okay,
We
I'm
don't
gonna
see
turn
the
on my
video, but
camera.
we can hear you.
No,
We can
yeah.
hear you. That's the important bit.
I'm scared about turning on my camera, but I'm gonna do it. So this might fuck
Wait, you're good!
me up.
Hey!
You're
Okay, am I
good!
back?
Yes.
Oh, thank God. Okay, good. Because
Just say
like
on
it
first
says I've been on. Like I was video chatting and going, "Hello, guys, can you see me?" And like you guys were like, "Oh my God, he's dead." Pray for him. I was like, "I'm here." Like, what the fuck? And then I looked over and it was like I was on like the red bar, and then it was like blank, and then I had to like, it like made me
Uh-oh.
close Discord, and then it said you need to restart it for an update, and I was like, why?
Well, we're
Everything
here.
got fucky.
We're here. Our prayers worked. Our prayers were answered.
Sorry. I restarted my internet. Well, not the internet, but
Well, we were talking to Aragon.
whatever.
Yeah, what point did you cut out? Actually,
Alright,
you wouldn't
so-
know, I guess. Since it didn't, like, cut out. You thought you were still in.
You said that you were doing a
Yeah, okay.
a TV show.
I have
yeah.
a TV show. I don't know if I could save that for the end and do it as an honorable mention, or do you want me? Should I do this as one of my movies?
Do this.
Do
One
it?
of your movies.
Okay, so mine is the 2005 Doctor Who reboot, but only the first season. Because I don't, I
Oh
only
my
like
God.
it with like what's his fucking name, and he's got the trench coat and he's like bald. I like that one.
Christopher.
I don't like any of the Doctor Who that came after, but I like the
Yeah.
first one where he's like, I don't know, fighting like slime monsters or whatever, and he's got his stupid fucking trench coat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that one. I like that one a lot. I haven't seen it in like probably 10 plus years, but I like it.
Oh hell yeah. That's a good pick. I like that. I actually really like that season of Doctor Who.
I hate
As
as
well?
well. Like, Christopher isn't hot enough. Let's get David.
Yeah, that's what it feels like.
Yeah. I like David Tennant because I just thought he was like, I thought he brought a lot of charisma, but like I don't think they gave Christopher Eccleston enough.
I love.
They didn't give him enough time to like stew in the pot, you know? Because all those other doctors had like multiple seasons. That one didn't. He got kind of fucked over. He
Yeah,
only
he
got
got-
like one season.
He
That was
got
it.
Doctor Who cucked. And it's
He got
fucked
Doctor
up.
Who cucked.
I watched through Christopher David up until when Matt Smith came on. I gave up. I was like, ah.
I think that's like where I stopped
Yeah.
watching it too, actually. I saw all of
I
the second guy. Or I guess he's
Yeah.
not technically the second, but the second guy. And then I stopped with the
Yeah.
guy with the fucking stupid hat. I stopped watching there.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't like this
I-
person. I'm not watching the show anymore.
Yeah. I watched from I think season 1 to season 7, which ended Matt Smith and then started Chris with Peter Capaldi. I quit right there because that season 7 was actively the worst season of Doctor Who I've ever seen in my life.
So do you know anything about the show? Because I have a question.
Oh yeah.
Like about
Yeah, what's up?
so like wasn't there like a limit on like the numbers of the Doctor Who's? Like there could only be like 12 or 13 of them or something. But now they're on like number 15. Like how does that work?
Yeah. I wanted
like
to
he
say
could
that there was
regenerate.
Yeah, like they can only recast him
yeah.
like 13 times. I don't remember the number. But I know they're like well
I
past it
don't-
at this point.
Yeah, I mean, because if you count the classic series, because I mean, because if you got classic series, he's got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I think 8, 9. He had 9 doctors before Eccleston started.
I thought he was the 9th one.
So, and then there's, let's see.
I think.
Oh no, wait, yeah, he was. Because I'm looking at a poster on my wall that has all the doctors from Doctor Who. But the thing is, they're all Shia LaBeouf, so I have to like figure out which one is.
That's beautiful.
I bought it off of an artist on Facebook in fucking Fredonia. I was like, I need to spice up my room, so I bought this poster. Shia LaBeouf is every doctor from Doctor Who.
Fucking.
I hung it up on my wall.
Because, like I said, I haven't watched it in a long, long time. But I know they had the old dude, and then they had another old dude, and then they had the woman from Attack the Block, and then I think they had another one after her. And I don't know, that's like up to like way past what the number limit was. And I was just curious, like, if they had a explanation for that, because that was like a thing.
I haven't watched past Peter Capaldi to know if they've ever explained or anything of that nature. I know that I think there is a resurrection limit that he can only be revived so many times. I think he has like 11 hearts or something like that. Like, because he's a Time Lord, so he has, like, that's how come he could regenerate, is because he has multiple hearts. But, like, I think that's what they said in, like, David Tennant stuff, I want to say. Maybe Matt Smith, they brought up, like, his 11 hearts, so maybe he has, like, 11 more times to do it. I don't know.
Because it's the same canon as the original series, right? So he, like, including all of those, he had already gone, like, the amount of times. I don't know. I really don't know enough about Doctor Who. I was just curious.
I think they go based off of the canon of. Yeah. I'm pretty sure they do consider like the original series still as canon.
I have to look into this because I'm finding like stuff that answers my question, but I have to read like a whole article. But one of them was like the director of the show doing the whole like, well, we see now that the Doctor's getting pretty close. This is back in 2013, and like this showrunner is like, well, did you count correctly though? And it's like you never saw the 9th Doctor turn into the 9th Doctor. Maybe he's just a continuation of the 8th Doctor. It's like, hey.
Oh, so they just like kind of just like, don't worry about it. Like,
yeah. It's kind of bullshitting it.
But that's what
fake it till you make it.
And he's definitely changed more times than that. I'll have to read articles on it.
You gotta do a Doctor Who episode now.
I mean,
we'll deep dive on Doctor Who.
I mean, we could.
Ryan could dress up as Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah.
I wish I could show my poster, but it's like all the way over there on my bed. And I don't want to show my messy bed right now because it's very not.
Your special body pillow.
My body pillow is like thrown in between like the wall in my bed.
It's a body pillow of Doctor Who.
Yeah, it's Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah.
Very nice.
But yeah, so
which one do you think it is?
Which one? Oh no, Ryan froze again.
Ah!
Ryan, try talking.
Maybe he might be.
Oh no. Oh, he blinked! He blinked! His head moved.
I saw him move.
Oh, he's gone. Okay. He's back.
Oh god.
Okay.
Oh,
I think I'm gonna have to stay on voice.
Okay.
That's okay. That's fine.
As long as it works.
My internet really hates how I'm on video right now.
I like how it's me, Harry, and then like a picture of me.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Doctor Who 2005 TV show was my my 4th one.
It's a good pick though.
Yeah.
I like that season a lot too.
I think
like early.
That's my Doctor Who. All of the rest of them, not my Doctor Who. Hashtag.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that's right. I said it.
That's edgy.
Yeah, I said it. That's right. Come at me.
I can't believe it.
Doctor Who bros, whatever they're called.
Damn.
Especially Ryan.
Doctor's patience.
Doctor's patience. Come at me, Doctor's patience. Did Ryan freeze again?
Ryan, what you got? Please say it right now.
I think he froze again.
Yeah.
Oh no, you're back. He's back.
We were stuck saying Doctor Who for like 5 minutes. It was like Doctor Who. That's what it sounded like. I was
No,
like,
that's
oh
what I
God,
said.
what's happening?
Ryan, quick, tell us your pick 5 before we lose.
Ryan.
My number 4 is actually my pick.
Go for it.
Anaconda.
Hell yeah.
It don't want none unless you got.
Yeah. Yeah, Anaconda is like one of my favorite movies. It's one of my favorite monster movies. I love Jennifer Lopez is in it, Ice Cube's in it, and John Voight is literally just the fucking hammiest. His goal is to fuck everybody over and get them killed by this giant snake, but then he also wants to kill the giant snake. And he's just a crazy man. And that movie is an absolute blast.
I really love the sequel where they go to the snake orgy.
Anaconda 2?
Yeah, with the snake orgy at the end.
Yeah.
The Anaconda blood orchid. And it goes into like the lore of why the anaconda is so big. Because they have an orgy by like the immortal flower or something.
That's how snakes in the wild do it.
What?
Yeah, the sequel. Have you seen the second one? Maybe it's the third one, I don't know. There's one of them where they go into like the lore of like the anacondas are so big because anacondas grow their entire life, and these ones are immortal because they have an orgy every year at like this special flower that makes people immortal. And that's like the lore of the Anaconda series.
Jesus Christ. I have not seen this, but I need to now. You've now just put this at the top of my radar that I need to watch. Holy hell. Like, cause... I'm sorry, what?
Go watch it, is what I'm saying.
It's Anaconda
Oh, yeah.
Hunt for the Blood Orchid.
Okay, I'm gonna have to...
That's the name of the
do
movie. It's
a
the
little-
sequel.
little digging. God. Alright, Letterboxd, don't fail me now. I'm gonna look you up. Anaconda Blood Orchid?
Yeah. Bless you.
Ay.
Anaconda,
Thank you.
Anaconda looking.
Oh my God! I remember this fucking box art from the from fucking what was it from the video store.
They
Oh
gave
my
this
God.
anaconda like eyebrows to make it look angry.
Hell yeah.
Anaconda.
Uh-oh.
Honestly, I
Yeah,
think they
for-
should have stuck with just the beady circle eyes. They
Yeah,
probably wanted.
it's a great movie.
Beautiful. Uh-oh.
Does Ryan have some trouble again? Oh boy.
Oh. Well, we got his pick 4
We
though.
got it, yep.
Hello,
Oh, you're
Got
back.
I'm back.
Oh,
My internet is dying. Why?
Quick, talk about Anaconda.
quick, yeah.
Anaconda is the perfect bad movie. If you don't like it, then clearly you have no soul. It's really funny, and also it's like a genuinely great, stupid fun movie to like turn on. Literally, just a bunch of people go on a boat to make a documentary about a giant snake, and then they all get fucked up by that giant snake.
It's beautiful.
And it's also like sometimes like a really bad animatronic, and sometimes it's like a really bad CGI snake. It doesn't know what it wants to be, which is why it's such a great movie. And honestly, I think it's a cinematic masterpiece.
So glad to see Ice Cube getting a real job and not.
Yeah, I own that movie on Blu-ray, and that movie is so much funnier to watch on Blu-ray because it's like in such crystal clear quality that when you see all the imperfections, it's like tenfold, and it's like amazing to look at. You're like, oh my God, like you can see all the problems with it, which is what makes it so great. And I just like it gives me a big smile. I just have a great time. I watched this movie like ironically and unironically at the same time. Like I have such a great time. Anaconda is like one of my top 10 guilty pleasures for sure.
Top
Beautiful.
10 best movies.
It's one of my favorites. So yeah, no, Anaconda from like I think it's 1992 or something like that. Totally recommend it. I don't remember what year it came out,
Hell yeah.
but it's hard to miss. Jennifer Lopez in one of her earliest movies.
yeah.
This is like one of her first movies, I want to say.
J-Lo.
J-Lo before, when she was Jenny on the Block still.
Jenny on the block.
Back in the
Fighting
day.
a giant snake.
Yeah. Oh, as you do as a pop star.
Yeah.
I remember my first snake.
It's
I killed it.
I love that I look up the movie Anaconda on Letterboxd, and the top movie is Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. Nothing
Yeah.
to do with fucking anacondas at all.
It's got a big snake.
I mean, yeah, it's got a big snake.
But it's not an anaconda.
It's close enough.
It's a basilisk.
A basilisk is definitely not an anaconda. It's 1997. Wow. So it's actually much later than I expected. Oh yeah, I like the photo, the like picture that they have on Letterboxd. I'm gonna like share my screen for you guys.
Are you
just
gonna
so
crash if you do that?
Yeah.
Look at the fucking picture art that they have. It's like Ice Cube's mouth is like a gape, and like this right there, like open mouth. This right here is why you need to watch Anaconda, and
There it
this needs
is.
to change 5 stars. And like,
Good shit. Good shit.
it's a great film. Highly recommend it though.
All right, I'll give you guys my pick 5.
Okay.
It's funny. You mentioned it earlier as a joke, Harry, but James Cameron's Avatar.
There it is.
Yeah! Avatar.
As much as I do now hate the movie because of the soundtrack, I still have to respect that I own the movie on Blu-ray 4K, and that I like the movie. I hate the soundtrack. I hate what James Cameron did with the music of the movie, because I've said it before to you guys, but I'll say it again on Twitch. James Cameron's like, there are new people. They have more fingers, or they have less fingers than humans, so they've developed things completely differently. Let's dig deep into the lore, and let's find new music. Let's make new, cool alien music that no one's heard before. And he spent so much money hiring guys who have doctorate degrees in like world music, and for years they developed a new system of music for the Na'vi, and then presented it to James, and James is like, that sounds weird, I don't like it. And it's like, that's the thing, James, is you successfully made new music and it sounds weird because you made new music. And James is like, no, we're gonna stick to the things I know. And made fucking Western music for this alien species.
Ain't that
Love it.
good?
That and oh, here's a drop that's gonna be funny for you guys. That and the language they made means nothing in any of the music that they do. The Na'vi sing like some sort of like Taka Tinupe shit in the middle of like Jake's flight, and it doesn't mean anything. It's just vowels and words that James Cameron thought sounded percussive and cool next to each other. And like little reveal, the quarantine music video I dropped, where the guy chants, it's the Na'vi chant from that song specifically, where it's Taka Tinupe, Tinu Kalupe, and I made that at the point where I was so pissed off with that movie soundtrack, I put it in there, and then immediately after what I said meant nothing at all. I said like, oh no, I said the wrong spell. In fact, what I said meant nothing at all. Because James Cameron
Yeah.
Damn, that's beautiful.
But
It's poetic.
The movie's still a guilty pleasure. I think it's my own guilty pleasure. I'm guilty myself that I like the movie because I hate the soundtrack so dearly at this point.
Rip and rip.
The duality of man.
Duality,
Oh.
man.
Well,
Duality
that was a
of
What?
good
glory.
pick, though.
Jake flies a dragon. It's pretty cool.
He flies on a dragon.
He does.
It's like Aragon, but good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Arguably a better movie.
Arguably, honestly, actually, it's better than Aragon. James Cameron's Avatar is better than the Aragon movie.
I remember watching like Avatar like 5 times in theaters. I saw
Yeah,
it
I
so
saw it like
many
4 times
times.
in theaters.
Because like I watched it with like my cousins, and then I went with like a couple of friends, and then I went with one other friend, and then I went by myself because I was like conflicted, because I was like, I don't know if I like this movie or hate it. Because every time I watched it, I was like, oh, that was good, and then I was like, I don't like this, and then I was like, oh my god, do I like this or hate it? I don't know.
I have a weird history with this movie because I watched it like 4 times in theaters. I saw it like in 3D once, and then the rest in 2D. And then years later, I was at my aunt's house and she had like pay-per-view, and I was like sick one day at her house. So I was like, I'm gonna just watch this movie, and I realized when it finishes, it just starts playing over again.
Yeah.
So I watched it like 3 times in one day,
Oh my
on
god.
in the background kinda, and then my girlfriend at the time bought me like the 4K Blu-ray DVD that I have on my shelf over here for my
hell
birthday,
yeah.
and we watched the like extended alternate ending, director's cut, etc. And like it was like I looked at it and it said it was only like 15 or like 20 more minutes of content, but it felt so fucking boring.
Yeah.
Also, I was doing the thing where I was like, I can't move my arm because that would be awkward. So I'm just gonna let my hand fall asleep right here,
That's
Oh.
so sad.
and like not worry about it for the next 2 hours.
Oh no.
Yeah.
That sounds like a bad time, Corey.
It was awkward. Yeah, it was that awkward high school relationship.
Yeah.
Fun
Awkward.
stuff.
Yeah.
Classic Corey.
Avatar makes it a little bit better, or a little bit worse.
Melts the pain away. But well,
The ultimate intimacy.
Yeah.
Watching Avatar Extended Edition together.
You wanna kiss during the Avatar hair scene?
Yeah.
JK, unless.
Oh my god. That's great.
Yeah.
Good pick though. Good pick.
Thank you.
That
Thank
is
you.
very much a Corey pick.
It is a very Corey pick.
All right.
I love it.
So my fifth movie is I know everyone here, actually I don't know. I would like to think that everyone here has seen it. I think everyone here has seen it, but I don't know. Ryan's been surprising me today.
I have not
But-
seen a lot of
But
movies.
no. I think everyone here has seen this. 2002 live action Scooby-Doo film is
Yes!
one of my all-time favorites, and it's I don't know. There's just something special about that film because it's like
Yes.
it's a Scooby-Doo movie that has an R-rated cut, you know? Like that
Oh,
movie
yeah.
was not for children,
Oh, yeah.
but it was a Scooby-Doo movie. Like
Oh yeah.
I liked when Freddy had boobs.
yeah. There's
Freddy-
a lot of sex jokes. There's like marijuana joke. There's a lot of marijuana jokes.
Oh yeah.
There's fucking Scrappy Doo pisses all over Daphne in one scene. Like
It was
like it's a
like,
Scooby-Doo movie with water sports, man. Like what the fuck?
yeah. It was written by James Gunn.
Yeah, it was.
It's really funny because this is like when James Gunn was still like the edgy like comedy director, like writer. So he was writing like Tromeo versus Juliet and like really like hard R-rated like gross out humor.
In Scooby-Doo.
Yup.
And he did fucking Scooby-Doo, and that movie is a goddamn masterpiece of absolute legends.
It really is.
I love the one thing that you sent, that you retweeted on Twitter, where it's like Daphne like is like, now who's the damsel in distress? And he goes, me, and then it says as the subtitle, Daphne fucking kills him.
She fucking kicks him down the hole and like smashes into the disco ball.
Yeah. It's so funny. I was like dying. That was like absolutely incredible.
One of my favorite movie facts about that movie is how Lillard doesn't remember any of the filming of the scenes. He just blacks out and let the spirit of Shaggy take over him.
It's so good.
I like the part where they go into like that haunted house ride attraction, and then like there's an entire scene dedicated to just Scooby-Doo and Matthew Lillard farting and burping for like a solid 5 minutes.
They're just like sitting in the kitchen, just farting and burping, and then like, what's it? One of the other characters comes in and they're just like, "What?" Like,
Yeah. Yeah, I think it was Velma.
yeah.
Because I think Daphne and Fred got like stuck together on like the armor car, like they were stuck in like the car.
Oh yeah,
Or
yeah.
whatever. And they had like the axe swinging dudes and whatever. They had the cool action scenes, whereas Scooby-Doo and Matthew Lillard are just farting.
I love it.
It's a great movie. That's a tour de force.
It really is.
And all CG Scooby looks great. I mean, you know, he looks amazing.
I also love the sequel.
Monsters Unleashed.
Yeah, Scooby-Doo Monsters Unleashed. That's a great fucking movie. It's not quite as good as the first one, but I still think it's great. I love the bit where they go to like the the like criminal bar with all of their former nemesis, and Scooby-Doo. They all think he's human, even though he's like clearly fucking Scooby-Doo.
Yeah.
Just because he's wearing an afro wig.
And
He's like becomes friends with all of them, and they all start singing and dancing together. I really like that movie.
Also, in the first movie, he like to get on a plane, he dresses up like a grandma, but it's like clearly a dog in like a dress, and everyone's just like, whatever.
But it's okay, because the children watching the movie aren't gonna think too much into it.
Oh yeah, no. When I was a kid, I did not think while watching Scooby-Doo, other than I was just having a great time. I loved that movie to death as a kid. I watched it a lot. Growing up.
I watched it a lot growing up and as an adult. And I will continue far into the future.
Can we do a Twitter hashtag thing that's like release the R-rated Scooby-Doo?
Yeah, release.
Yeah. Remember the scene where they like
release the Velma's titties cut? I think it's what it was.
They like swap their souls in each other's bodies, and then Fred's like, "Oh yeah, I can look at myself naked," and it's like in Daphne's body. I'm like, "Oh no, problematic."
And that's the R-rated cut has like evil Velma, and she's like in her underwear dancing, and it's a bunch of like naked women dancing together, and that's like why that scene got cut. That was the R-rated Scooby-Doo movie.
Fucked up.
That'll do it.
Should have kept it.
Yeah, you can look it up on YouTube if it's on like the deleted scenes in the movie or something.
Perfect.
But yeah, there's a Scooby-Doo movie that has naked Velma, and it's R-rated. So that's
good.
It's a great movie. Everyone loves that movie.
I love your choices, Harry. You've got some bangers.
Thank you. I took a whole 5 minutes thinking of them.
Good. These are legitimately good, like guilty pleasure picks. I'm like, all right, these are great. I like them. I'm vibing.
We vibe.
I guess my last and final pick that I'm gonna say to end off the show would be Masters of the Universe, starring Dolph Lundgren, which is the He-Man film from like the 1980s, and it stars a young Courtney Cox pre-Friends and Scream as well. And this movie is a fucking shit show. It's awful. It has Frank Langella, whom we're bringing it back to Frank Langella from the first pick from Corey's, from the Now You See Me, or Now You See This.
Now you see it. Period.
Yeah, Now You See It. Period. But Frank Langella plays a Skeletor, whom is definitely just a guy in a Halloween mask that has like black felt over his nose.
I love it.
So that you could clearly see the black felt over where his nose piece would be. And he plays Skeletor, and it's absolutely perfect. Dolph Lundgren is absolutely wooden and horrible as He-Man, but I love it because he's just a big jacked dude with a giant sword, and he shoots laser guns. His abs are perfect. And this movie was a film from Canon Films during their heyday of, we're just going to pump a bunch of shit out and just hope it sticks to the wall. And all their movies were really bad. They also were, I think, after Masters of the Universe, they were supposed to do the Spider-Man movie, but then they didn't.
Probably for the best.
Yeah, probably. Because imagine if like we got a fucking Spider-Man movie from like the maybe mid to like early 90s, late 80s. Like, imagine what that movie would have looked like.
You know what? I changed my stance. I kind of wish we'd gotten that.
Yeah. And it's from like a company that just made like Chuck Norris movies and like a bunch of dumb garbage shit. Like they pumped out like really great B films, like Canon Films. I actually highly recommend to everybody. The reason why I got into Canon movies at all was the documentary. I think it was about Canon Films. It's like Electric Boogaloo 2 because they made Electric Boogaloo 2. They're the reason why that exists is from Canon Films.
Wait, Electric Boogaloo 2, the sequel to X Electric Boogaloo?
Yeah, the movie is called Electric Boogaloo: The Wild Untold Story of Canon. That's a great documentary about this film company that literally pumped out like these crazy B films, like Cobra starring Stallone, Death Wish 3, Ninja the Resurrection, Bloodsport, Invasion USA. And they would like put a bunch of money into all these films and hope that something would be a hit and be like the big money maker, and then they went horribly bankrupt. But they made some of the craziest shit in the 80s. Like they would make anything. And Masters of the Universe is definitely one of my go-tos of one of my favorites. I also recommend like Life Force or Ninja 3: The Domination, because those are also really great films that are like really stupid, fun, dumb movies. But there's something about Masters of the Universe that I gravitated to. Like
It's funny how the film industry is sometimes. It's like, yeah. We just talk about B movies.
Yeah.
I wish
like how...
I wish that's the dream, honestly.
That's the dream. One of my favorite bits is about how the production company that made Dirty Dancing went bankrupt.
Really?
Like, years ago. Yeah, because they made Dirty Dancing on like no budget. And they were like, hey, this company isn't a production company, but they'll become a production company to make Dirty Dancing. And then they just get paid once. They got paid once. And while like, the writer and the director of Dirty Dancing get all the royalties.
That's fucked.
Wow.
A little bit.
That's insane. One of my favorite scenes of Masters of the Universe is that there's a guy who's literally known as the guy that can play music. He's like the young teenage guy.
The guy that can play music.
Like he's like, I want to be a rock star, but I can't. I can't do it. And then they like are like telling him, yes, you can, but we need you to make music, but we don't know how to make music. We have to play a certain tune. And he's like, I can play music. So he pulls out a keyboard and he plays like something, and then they're like, how did you do that? He's like, because like these like mystical creatures are from like another planet, so they don't know like what music is. So he's like, it's just a keyboard. And he's like, they're like, impressive. That they're like impressed by like a fucking keyboard, like a synthesizer. And they're like, whoa, wow.
I mean, I'm impressed by a keyboard. Dan and I gush about keyboards and synthesizers, so
yeah. So he uses music to save the day, and it's really great. It's a great part of the movie, and I loved it, and it was so cheesy. You absolutely have to, Corey. I think you would really love it. It's campy, goofy garbage, but it's such a fun time that you kind of almost ignore. Like, it's got like such a charm to it that it's hard to be like mad at the movie. It's like it's having like such a fun time. Like, and you're just kind of on for the ride. Everyone hates that pretty much He-Man doesn't use the sword throughout his whole movie. He just takes a laser gun and just shoots everybody to death, and that's it.
I mean, it seems a bit more effective.
But at the end, he pulls out the sword and says that I have the power, and he defeats the shit out of Skeletor.
By the power of Grayskull.
I'm He-Man.
Corey, you gotta do the rest of it.
I am He-Man.
I'm proud of you.
Hark!
This was a tough choice, but yeah, I definitely was like, nah, Masters of the Universe is definitely a movie I absolutely love. But I could have literally put any other canon film on here. It could have easily been like Life Force, which is like vampire space zombies.
Oh yeah.
That's a great movie too. Highly recommend.
Love vampire space zombies.
And that one stars Patrick Stewart as well. And it's a wild movie. It's really great. They destroy all of London. But yeah, no, Masters of the Universe. High recommend if you want a really fun, goofy kids garbage film that's like from the 80s. That has like that very much aesthetic and charm to it. Like you look at the poster of that thing and you're like, you know exactly what you're getting. That's exactly what you are going to be watching.
Right.
So, yeah.
Oh,
that's
I have one more honorable mention.
What's your honorable?
Twilight.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good choice.
It was right when I was in middle school, super formative. Just like it was everywhere around me. To a point now where when someone mentions Twilight, I have kind of like a nostalgic look back on my middle school childhood.
I do too. I actually really do as well. I was thinking about it recently, and I like loved it.
Movies are awful, but and books are also. Books are
I
also
hate
like
movies.
Movies are bad.
Awful.
We should stop watching.
Movies are bad. You know, it's funny, we were gonna talk about Minari all together this week. But...
We could do that another time.
Yeah, we'll push it back.
I kind of liked talking about like our deep cuts of like bad movies we love, because it's like it kind of opens us up to like what is about ourselves a little bit more.
Yeah.
Like I feel like we get a better understanding of each other.
Yeah, it's fun seeing like a nice little peek behind the curtain.
Yeah.
And
then also,
sorry, go ahead.
oh, and also like I mean, then if you haven't seen any of these movies, maybe we recommended something that maybe you'll find that you'll be like, wow, this is wild. I can't believe I haven't seen this movie yet, and and you go out and check it out, and you have a really good time. Maybe we've opened your eyes up to maybe a new favorite film, or like something that you'll really love to go back and watch again.
I have a couple of two honorable mentions I just want to mention real quick. One of which is not a guilty pleasure. I unabashedly love this movie, but I feel like it deserves a spot on this list, and that's Howard the Duck.
Titties.
Unabashedly love that film. It is a great movie. It well deserved its spot in the film canon. But yeah, I feel like it deserves to be here. And the other one is A Boy and His Dog, which it was a candidate for my list. It's a great movie. I love the ending.
It's a special movie.
It's a really good movie. Ryan, have you seen A Boy and His Dog?
No, but I looked it up.
Subtitle: A Rather Kinky Tale of Survival. Have you seen that? Have you seen that movie? A Boy and His Dog: A Rather Kinky Tale of Survival.
I specifically remember watching this movie with you, Harry, because I had bought shitty lemonade from Tops, as well as fucking Bailey's fucking shitty iced tea flavored vodka. And I was like, I'm gonna make an Arnold Palmer. And it was awful. But I mean, I got drunk, so
it was a good time. We had a lot of great movie nights.
What in the hell?
Quite a movie night.
A Boy and His Dog, an R-rated, rather kinky tale of survival.
Yeah, it's the apocalypse. It's a Mad Max kind of post-apocalypse world. It's about this guy, what's his name, Vic, and his dog, who's a telepath, Blood, and their adventures in the apocalypse. And they're trying to get laid. God. That's the story.
There was a Shout Factory Blu-ray of this movie.
Yeah.
Oh my fucking god! I might buy this.
I think you would like. A Boy and His Dog, Ryan.
I'm definitely putting that on my bookmarks to buy this on Blu-ray, so I can actually.
You got it.
It's kind of wild. I'll also make an excuse to get like a couple of movies off Shout Factory, because I also really love their B movies on there. Like, I could go in about my deep connection to B movies. Like,
that could be a whole nother episode.
Yeah. Like, I could literally talk for hours about my favorite B movies. Because, I mean, you kind of saw... I mean, Masters of the Universe is definitely a B movie. Like,
it's one of them.
It's one of them. But I feel like it's the most mainstream B movie that you can go for. Because it was, like, a theatrical release. I want some of, like, the deep, gritty, gross ones that are...
Like Chud?
Yeah, like
Chud.
Or fucking, like... Oh, God, like... I don't even know. I can't even think of them off the top of my head. There's some that I know for sure that I love.
Ryan, did you have work today?
I sure do. I gotta be at work in 10 minutes.
Oh, all right.
I don't care. Who the fuck cares? Nobody cares. Nice hat.
Oh, thank you.
Some kind of crick? Kid's got a point.
I think at this point we can ask chat. Is Ryan? Oh, okay.
Hey.
There it is. Hey. This part we can ask chat. Is that time of the week where we ask everyone else, well, at that time of every 2 weeks, where we ask chat what they want us to do a topic about next week.
Any ideas from anybody?
Any ideas, please put it in chat now. Otherwise, we'll also take our friends' suggestions as well.
Mm-hmm. Do it quick. Alex is not a suggestion.
Yeah, no. We could do it. We could do a topic on figuring out the next show's topic.
do a whole episode where we're just like brainstorming. The Dark Crystal. What is the Dark Crystal?
Oh fuck, the Dark Crystal's great.
That's a good movie.
That's a Jim Henson movie. They actually just released a Netflix movie with it, so you could watch the original film from the 80s, and then there's this new series that came out.
Yeah.
All right, I guess that's.
We did just do a topic on movies.
True.
That's
Unless-
that's if you want to do another movie thing. But like Dark Crystal is really good. That's a
We'll hold it. We'll hold on to it right here. We might do it.
yeah. I think that's like I feel like Dark Crystal and Labyrinth kind of go hand in hand for me.
Those are very good movies.
Those
Both
are
of them.
really great Jim Henson movies. I love Jim Henson films.
Yeah, I like Kermit.
Jim Henson.
Kermit the Frog is a good
Kermit the
character.
Frog here.
Kermit.
Oh, Kermit.
Oh, Kermit.
So yeah, okay. I guess that's our suggestion.
Yeah.
So we got a suggestion of Dark Crystal. That's not bad. That's a good choice.
Crystal's a good
I like it. I've never seen any
Dark
of that,
Crystal,
so I'd be down to do that.
Okay.
Dark Crystal recently last year had the Netflix miniseries too.
Yeah, Ryan just mentioned that.
Did you just? Okay, I thought you were talking
Yeah.
about the movie.
Oh no, yeah. So you can watch the original film on Netflix and the
And there's there's a TV show.
yeah, it's very short. It's like a really short one season
Okay.
show.
Yeah, I'm down to do that if we want to do that for next week.
Yeah.
Cool.
I
Sounds
was
good.
down to rewatch
Lit.
those.
Cool.
So.
Lit. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for joining. Make sure you check us out on YouTube. We call ourselves Oh Baby a Triple on YouTube. Is that the official? I think that
That's
became
the official YouTube channel now. We changed it.
Oh Baby a Triple on YouTube. You could probably search up Oh Baby a Triple.
You can
Because
watch.
I look up Oh Baby a Triple, I can't find the show yet, but you look up Oh Baby a Triple like podcast, you'll be able to find us. Go ahead and subscribe to that. We put all the videos from here over there, and then also give us a follow here if you want, if you like our stuff.
Yeah.
And we also upload on Spotify. So,
We
and,
do upload
Have-
to Spotify.
Do we need to update the Spotify? I feel like I haven't
Yes,
sent you
we
anything in a
do.
while.
Oh, yeah.
no, it's okay. If you post it on YouTube, I'll.
Oh
be
yeah,
able
you
to
could
rip-
just rip it from there. Okay, yeah, they're all on YouTube. I put them all
Yeah,
up on
so
YouTube.
I'm behind because I was gone for like a while. So
Yeah, it's good.
Cool,
so
cool.
that was it. So, but I will be updating the Spotify so that if you want to listen, audio listeners, you can do that.
Cool, cool.
Sounds good. Well, thank you all guys so much for joining us. We really appreciate it. And remember, maybe the guilty pleasures were the friends you made along the way.
Yeah.
Maybe the friends were the guilty pleasures you made along the way.
Maybe the guilty friends were the pleasures we made along the way.
Maybe the pleasures were the guilty friends you made along the way.
Yeah.
My pee feels weird.